Hey everyone, it is Josh. It is the 1st of November 2014, and as of tomorrow, I am officially 9 months on testosterone. Changes. Go through the basics. Facial hair. I shaved like 2 days ago. You're not going to be able to see anything at all. But I've been told you can kind of start seeing my mustache, especially when I'm outside. Apart from that, it's still quite fair. It's getting longer, because I haven't shaved for about 2 or 3 months, about a month. It was still pretty, it was quite long compared to last month. So I guess I'll keep doing what I'm doing, and I know how to shave because I was just, getting sweaty and getting gross, so I shaved it, washed my face. Voice, I don't think my voice has dropped anymore. I think it's kind of stayed at a pretty steady rate the past couple of months. Muscle wise, I've been working out 10 times more now, so I'm starting to see a nice difference, like a big difference in body shape. But that's also got a lot to do with my diet as well. Body hair has kind of stayed the same. I'm starting to get more in my belly, but it's still quite fair. But given the fact that I actually have naturally really fair hair, I don't think that that's really going to change. I mean, it's my arm hairs. Excuse the paint because I've been painting. But there's a lot more hair. It's just not darkening. Same with my leg hairs. There's definitely a lot more leg hair, just not darker. Tops of my legs are getting hairier, although that is getting darker, and it's starting from like the groin area, and it's starting to get darker around the top part of my thighs. Even my hair on my feet, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's really, that's about it for physical changes. Oh, I found some chest hairs on this side, but there's none on this side yet, so see how that goes. Could be a half-sided, half-hairy chested man. But I'm not expecting overly amounts of hair, given my family isn't really that hairy. And even now, my dad's 52, and his beard is still patchy as hell, so, he can grow a good mustache though, so, could be my thing. Although my brother has a crank and goatee, so we'll soon find out. It's just this bit here that they can't seem to grow. Genetics, eh? As if you guys have been following me on T Nation, I said a couple of weeks ago that I was staying at my parents' house, and I kind of want to cover a lot about what's going on and how that's all going. If you've been following me from the start, you know that I've been having quite a few problems with my family, and it's been a bit of an up and down relationship with them since I came out. So I've spent the last 2 weeks with my parents, minus probably about 2 days where I went down into the city to work because they live out in the country, and it has been really, really good. I hadn't seen them for 12 months, just over, because I live on the other side of Australia, so in Perth, and they're 3 hours out of Adelaide, so that's Western Australia, Perth, and South Australia is where Adelaide is, and where I am right now. If you're not from Australia, jump on Google Maps and check out the distance. I'm pretty sure it's like 5,500 kilometres between Perth and here, which is Berry. But on the topic of parents, I kind of thought there was going to be a bit of a fight when I got here, because, I mean, when I caught up with my brother, who was the first person I saw, he said that my voice is a lot different on the phone than it is on my videos, and even more different in person. Like, it's a lot deeper in person than what I sound like on the phone, apparently. And so he thought that that was going to be a big shock for them, but surprisingly they haven't really made a big deal out of it. And a family friend of ours who knows about my transition and has kept in contact with me ran into me and my mum at the shops, and my mum was like, "Oh, you remember, you know, me referring to myself as her daughter?" And this family friend turned around and corrected her and said, "You know, I'm going to call him Josh because that's what he's been, like, his name now, and, you know, out of respect, I'm going to call him that." And my mum, instead of what she would usually do, which would be create a scene and start arguing, my mum turned around and said that, you know, she understood and that was fine, and, you know, people need to understand that it's going to take them a lot longer to, you know, get their head around it, and to start calling me Josh and all of that, because I was in their daughter for 23 years. It's a lot harder for them to understand, and but they're trying, and, you know, they're doing it in their own way, which, you know, a lot of people would turn around and say that, you know, oh, that's just not good enough. But if you know my family, that's a big step, given the fact that they were completely against the fact that I was a lesbian, and that I went against everything they believed in, and it was such a hard thing. It took them 5 years to come to terms with the fact that I was dating a girl. So for my mum, well, for my mum to turn around and say that was a big deal. My dad's taken it the hardest, but in the same sense, it's kind of made us closer. He's been wanting to spend a lot more time with me, and we went fishing the other day, and both my dad and I went for a drive into the city together, just me and him, which was good. We never really had the time or the chance to have some real one-on-one time, because we were always fighting, and he couldn't stand to see me with a girl, and he thought it was so disgusting. But now this has happened, we've kind of grown a bit closer, even though he's hurting over it. I think he's starting to see that maybe this makes a lot more sense. So it's been good. My brothers they don't really care. Like, Luke's always been supportive, and, you know, I'm only really starting to bond with James, because, you know, we never really got along as kids, and I've been out of home since I was 13, so it's been hard for me to get along with him. But we've kind of, you know, I've taken James fishing, and we've, you know, spent some good quality time together, and really, really connected and really got along, which is awesome. And, you know, he said that it's going to take him a little bit to get used to it, but, you know, he's open and accepting, and, you know, will love me no matter what, which is awesome. So on the home front, like, with family and stuff, it's really coming together, and I think spending the 12 months that I did away really kind of made them see how much I've changed, and, you know, how much stronger I am in myself, and how much happier I am, and how much healthier I am, and that makes them happy. So overall, it's been a win-win. So 9 months on T has been a really, really big month for me. This past month, I've yeah. So my parents want me to move back home. I don't know if I will. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if I will just yet. I don't know if the timing's right. I think just because it's good now, I don't know if that's a good enough reason to move back home. Because it's been good before, but, you know, shit happens and I don't necessarily want to rush back home and be stuck on my ass again. But yeah, 9 months. It's been good. I've caught up with quite a few mates. Although I'm missing my mates back in Perth. And housemates hounding me to get back home. So, yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying the holiday, and I'm, you know, not having to run around like a headless chicken, and I can really sit back and take my time doing my videos that I've done, you know. So it's been good. Being able to work out a lot more and, you know, really get back into my gym routine, which is pretty awesome. So, that's 9 months, and, oh, I haven't had a cigarette at all, because I've been trying to quit for about a month now, and I've slipped up quite a few times, but I've been completely smoke-free for 28 hours now. So I'm hoping that stays the same. I haven't thought about cigarettes, or I haven't wanted to smoke at all, so that's kind of a good sign for me. I haven't really been, you know, I've still got smokes and stuff, but, you know, I haven't wanted them. And I think since I've really upped my fitness game and upped my working out and changed my diet and all that, I think that's really had a big part to play in my cravings and stuff as well. So it's, yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that kind of sticks at it. And, you know, I don't really necessarily want to be smoking, so I think that's got a lot to do with it as well. I'm not trying to quit for anyone or anything. It's just the fact that I'm over it. I don't want to smoke anymore. So that's that. Keep fingers crossed for me, guys, and I'll see you all next month. Peace.